Am I live?
Yes, sir. You're live.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. Counting 15, 16.
Okay. Welcome to another live class. We're located in Houston, Texas. As most of you know, everybody online. You can check out our different YouTube channels. We got the school in Houston, which we're live right now. We got the school in Virginia. We got the school in VA. No, VA is Virginia. Tripping. Rochester, San Antonio, Houston, Virginia. It's a long day. Yeah, we got class here Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 to 9. Virginia and Rochester, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I believe 7 to 9. That's a lot, 8 to 10. Saturday, 12 to 4. San Antonio, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 7 to 10. All right, so make sure you're tuning in. All their YouTube channels are located in the description of this YouTube. We got our kids class. We got 5 minutes of wisdom. What else we got? Shaba does this podcast on Podbeam, so check that out. We got Instagram, TikTok. Instagram, Instagram is so_children_of_light. And then we got the TikTok, So Children of Light. And kids class takes place in Virginia on Sundays. Contact for details. So right now they're setting up their new school that they just got, so they probably ain't doing that right now. So be patient. But you can go back online and check out all the former classes. Do me a favor. Try to make it a little bit. I feel like I'm far away. Try to make it a little bit, like zoom it in a little bit, so that you only have that and that in the camera. Ooh, you got it. Yeah, it's quick.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, use 2 hands. It's better to use 2 hands. Delicate.
A little bit more. Or just a
That's
2
cool. That's cool.
right there. All right.
That's cool. That's, yep. Felt like I was far away. Yeah, so what else we got going on? It's a lot. It's been a long couple of days, so my brain feels fried. So what we got going on? We got Israel Wear. Israel Wear is now Chosen Creation, so that's where you get the garments, the headbands, the shirts through Chosen Creations. So you can hit us up for that. They're accepting all orders, any custom pieces that you want, headbands, armbands, the barrettes, a whole garment, whatever you want. You could look us up at isbhpk.com, and that'll give you all the information to the school and the fringed up, the kids class, like everything about the school is there, so you can check that out. We got Hebrew Academy in the respective states. Houston, we do it on Mondays. Virginia and Rochester, they do it on Tuesday. Okay. Need to contact a teacher, Chris Kazakia. He's in Virginia. His number is 757-300-4047. Priest Zion. He's in Rochester. His number is 346-234-8340. You can hit me up. I'm here in Houston at 303-557-8979. All right, so if you need to contact anybody. Any donations that you guys want to give, we got the Wells Fargo, we got the Cash App, Zelle. So just hit us up. Anything that you want to give monetarily, or any type of learning materials, any type of Bibles, books, anything like that. You know, I know times is hard. I know times is hard, but we still accept the donations, right? Remember, if it's hard for one, it's hard for all. And we're not keeping the donations, we're actually using them so that brothers and sisters come in and they need Bibles or school supplies or whatever it may be, there's something here for them. So, and then, you know, obviously facilitating a building is not cheap. We gotta pay rent, we gotta pay lights. So whatever you give, it don't go to me or Zion. It goes back into the school so we can have one. All right, so you know, you're getting this wonderful internet broadcasted to you in 4K, right? There's a bill that comes with that. You know what I mean? So just reminder, help out where you can. Help out where you can. So I think that's gonna be it for the announcements. We do got we got the Feast of First Fruits. That's coming up already. That's like at the end of the month. What month is this? May? So it's like June 1st is the Feast of Fruits, or the Feast of First Fruits, or the Feast of Weeks, or the Feast of Pentecost. It's all the same. All right, but that's coming up. So that was kind of quick. We still got some days, obviously, but to already be talking about another feast, that happened pretty fast. So just keep that in mind, that we got that feast coming up. All right, so so y'all see the title online. How many people we got watching? Hopefully, can you make sure y'all can hear me, right? Y'all watching. I keep hearing that the volume is not good. Sound good to me. Y'all capping. Sound perfect to me. Right? All right, so let's get up in it. The title of the class is, Can You Receive a Blessing? Can you receive a blessing? And let's see how many people we got watching. 16 people. Paleo Hebrew Playhouse, perfect. God, okay. I like that name, Paleo Hebrew Playhouse. I like that. What we got online? We got Shadak, Moshe, Danielle, Dan, David, Sylvia. So we got a few people online, so we're gonna get into it. So, can you receive a blessing? And you know, what's the one thing about our people? In every situation, they want to get something, right? They need stuff. I'm in a situation. I gotta come up. When, you know, what do you pray for? You know, when is the Most High going to? Or better yet, let me ask y'all. There's only a few of y'all in here. Everybody, I don't know. What's today? Wednesday? Oh, it's Hump Day. Cats is getting beat up out there in them Edomite streets. That's what that is. They had to take a day off from class. Damn. So, in y'all's opinion, what is a blessing? That's how you're getting smacked up. God, okay. I'm like, wait, that's a good name. What is a blessing, in y'all's opinion? What is a blessing?
For me,
Yeah.
I want to say like a reward or something for doing good.
Okay, a reward for doing good. What else? No, they got that. What else? A reward for doing good. Yeah, and you're right. What else? Somebody make sure y'all send the link out in the chat. Go ahead. What else? A reward for doing good. What else? I mean, I don't think there's a wrong answer. What is a blessing? It could be like an increase. What?
Something that you've asked for, like that's useful.
Right. Something that you ask for that's useful. What else?
What's the question?
What is a blessing? The title of the class for y'all that just kind of slid in is can you receive a blessing? So I just want to try to establish in the minds what is a blessing from y'all's perspective. Uh-huh.
I would say just anytime the Most High looks out for you, every day is a blessing.
Oh, okay, anytime the Most High looks out for you, what
I would say something that the Most High gives you that can profit you.
right? Okay, so y'all kind of had the same answer. When the Most High gives you that can profit you, what you got?
I was gonna say,
He's gonna say his answer.
no.
Oh,
I always say when he breathes life into you to wake up every day, it's a blessing.
that's definitely a blessing. That's definitely a blessing.
And it's a blessing to have food on the table.
Okay, so obviously things that you need, right? Because you need breath in your lungs to be able to wake up. You need food on the table to be able to, not be agitated. You don't want to be in that perpetual fasting, right? We need the vehicles, we need the houses, the clothing, right? The quote unquote carnal things of this life to just get by, right? Now, some people look at blessings different. They have different eyesight on what blessings are, what they should be used for. They have a different perspective or lens on what a blessing is, right? And that's why I kind of asked y'all. I wanted to see, not that there was going to be a wrong answer or a right answer, but just from your perspective. So my next question is, with all the things that we named, does the Most High know that we need him?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the Most High knows, because the Most High knows all, right? What does he not know?
Huh?
That's a trick question. What does he not know? I wanted somebody to say, he doesn't know my name. I don't know. I'm playing. But we could go through the scriptures and show that the Most High knows all, right? So from the largest thing, right, from the biggest situation to the smallest situation, the Most High is taking account of everything, right? And isn't it a lot of the times you feel like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, don't we sometimes get into that mode like, man, Most High is leaving me out. When am I gonna get mine? Do you have remember when Esau, remember when Jacob stole Esau's blessing? And Esau was like, what about me, father? You not have a blessing for me? Right? I got this Bible app, Shaddai got a Bible app. And when you play it on that Bible app, it literally got the white man crying as Esau, like, what about me, father? What about me? Right? But sometimes we tend to cry like that in our spirit. We tend to cry out physically. What about me? You see brothers getting vehicles. You see brothers getting women, a new rib. I said women like brothers collecting women. Brother might get a new rib, brother might get an increase at the job, whatever it may be, Brother coming with a new shirt. You like, damn, where my shirt at? Brother got a new Israel wear shirt, new chosen creation shirt. You like, what about my chosen creation? Well, you got to sign up, brother. You can't be upset that you didn't get the chosen creation shirt. You got to sign up for the chosen creation shirt. That's like more you blessing yourself, right? But, and correct me if I'm wrong, don't we sometimes fall into that mode of, what about me? Yeah, and is it like done out of like a spiteful mind? What about me? Is it more like, damn, you know, it'd be nice to have a little something too, right? Or not? Am I wrong? I don't think y'all right. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I don't want to be right or wrong. I'm just maybe pleading to the human condition. I mean, I think this is how we all kind of think sometimes, right? We get a little caught off guard and we let our spiritual mind slip and we do the what about me thing, right? But then that shows that we forgot something that the Most High does know. So go to Matthew's real quick. Right, the sister said good health. Hell yeah. Good health in these times is key. You know what I'm saying? Good health in these times, good health at any times is key, but especially now, man. They're making it real tricky to stay on top of your health, right? So go to Matthews. I want you to read Matthews, the 6th chapter and the 7th verse. Matthew 6 and verse 7.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 7.
Right.
But when ye pray, use not vain repetition,
Right.
as the heathen do.
Right. Go ahead.
For they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking.
Go ahead. And sometimes we the what about me? What about me? We sometimes feel like we're gonna be heard for our much pandering, or for our much groaning, or for our much complaining. Go ahead.
Be not ye therefore like unto them.
Do what?
Be not ye therefore like unto them.
Yeah, Yahushua is letting us know not to be unto them. The vain repetition. And obviously he's directing this part of his ministry more to the prayer aspect of how to pray to the Father, right? But there's a little part in here that I wanted to grab just based on this topic. Go ahead.
For your Father knoweth what things you have need of.
So, and that was the overall thing that I wanted, that the Most High know what we need. You know, it's like a parent. And I tell this to my kids every morning. They wake up, right? And like they'll wake up and literally give it 5 minutes. Dad, can we eat? And I'm like, damn, you just got up. Your stomach didn't even get a chance to growl. And then I got to remind them, and I know it's a hard concept for little kids, but I have to ask them. I said, I asked this to Manasha the other day. I said, has there ever been a morning that you haven't eaten? That man said, yeah. I was like, whoa, bro, that's crazy. He's a kid. I got to give him some grace. But I trust me. There ain't never been a morning that man ain't ate. That man ate every morning. Sometimes twice in the morning. Can I have more? Sometimes thirds. 3 bowls of cereal. 3 bowls of oatmeal. Yeah. And it's not small bowls, like a man-sized bowl this dude could eat. Where I got to be checking his eating, because if I don't do it now, it's going to be a problem when he gets older. He ain't going to have no damn moderation. So the first thing, he'll send a warrior. Go ask Dad if we could eat. And I'm like, yo, I'm your father. And so that she comes with her little big old puppy eyes. Dad, can we eat? And I'm like, yes, a warrior, you're gonna eat. You don't have to ask me. That's the point that I try to show them. Like, you don't have to ask me to eat. I'm going to feed you. I do it every morning. I just try to get them to a point where they don't wake up and automatically they have to shove food in their face as soon as they walk downstairs, right? Just give your body time to adjust to the walking around in the daylight, and let's give it, drink some water, right? Have a few fruits, and then we'll get to the bigger things. But it's a moderation thing with me. I want them to develop healthy and moderate habits. But just like us as carnal fathers and mothers, we could sit back, we look at our children, and we know the thing that they need. The Most High, the Father of spirits, you think he don't know what you need? Of course he does, right? But when you get into your, what about me? Where's my blessing? When you see others receiving theirs, you automatically build up this barrier where you slowly put a separation between you and the Most High based off what you need. And then you tell him inadvertently that you don't know everything and that you don't know me. And then you start to alienate yourself from the Father. Go from there, go to Philippians 4 and 6. And these are basic same old scriptures everybody should know, right? The first point, the Most High knows what you need. Basic point, basic scriptures. But it's so basic that I think we tend to skip over the basics, and we want to drop the milk and eat the meat. But we gotta be reminded always that it's about milk. If you choking on the milk, the meat does nothing for you, right? So read Philippians.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
Be careful for nothing.
Do what?
Be careful for nothing.
Right. Don't allow yourself to be anxious for the things you need, the things you don't have, or when others receive a blessing. Go ahead.
But in everything.
But in what?
But in everything.
But in everything.
By prayer.
By what?
By prayer.
By prayer. So, like Christ said, your Father knoweth what you need before you ask. But Most High wants you to pray. Why? What does that prayer show? What?
Your humility.
Your humility, right? It shows that you're willing to prostrate yourself to something greater than you. You're willing to bow down and acknowledge that there is something greater than I, and I can't do it on my own. So it's a level of obeisance and humility that you're showing the Father. And that goes a long way, right? That goes a long way, where a lot of us need to be doing a lot more prayer to show the Most High that humility, right? We do a lot more of the anxious part, a lot more of the frantic, running around and trying to accomplish something, but we forget to do the prayer piece. Go ahead.
By prayer and supplication.
Come on.
With thanksgiving.
With what?
With thanksgiving.
Prayer, supplication, and thanksgiving is three things. It said with thanksgiving, you got to be giving thanks. Supplication, putting out that request. Go ahead.
Let your request be made known.
Let your what?
Request be made known.
Come on.
Unto God.
Right. Well, he already knows, though. He wants to know if you know. Because that's part of the issue. A lot of the times you don't know what the hell you're talking about. When these times to make a supplication, when it's time to humble yourself, you don't know what the hell's going on. You praying for something that somebody else got. You praying for something that you just saw somebody with. I want that too. So let's go through this ritual to see if you even understand what's going on. Let's see if you can receive a blessing. Or is it a covetous mind? You just being greedy, right? You just doing things on autopilot. What is it? Right? Go from there.
I got one. Psalms 38 and 9.
Go from there. Go to Ephesians 3 and 14. You said Psalms 38. Don't be throwing me off. Don't be throwing me off. You know, I ain't did class in a while.
Okay.
You know, I haven't done a Wednesday class in a while. Don't throw me off, brother.
You good. You good.
Psalms 38. Okay, I like it. Go, read that. Read.
Psalms
Uh-huh.
chapter 38 and verse
I
9.
like it. Go ahead.
Lord, all my desires is before thee.
Right, all my desires are before thee. Now, this is the thing. What are thou desires? Go ahead. He said, my Lord, my desires are before thee. Go ahead.
And my groaning is not hid from thee.
My groanings are not hid, right? Now, we know that when you read in this song, he's going a little bit deeper than just a prayer only. He's talking about that groaning in the spirit, where it tells you in Romans that it's so deep the spirit got to make intercession with your groanings, for your groanings, right? Bryce, you gonna get these? Right, please. Read Ephesians 3:14.
Come on. Ephesians 3 verse 14. For this cause I bow my knees unto the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Right, so for this cause, to make my supplications and things be known, I bow my knee. Jump down to verse 20.
Verse 20.
Right?
Now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think.
So the Most High can do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think. So he already knows where we at. First of all, he knows where you're at mentally. That the thing that you asking for is not that deep. Even saying, Yahweh, give me wisdom, it ain't that deep, because your wisdom only goes so deep. The human mind can only go so deep into wisdom until you start to lose your damn mind. Right? You only need so much as a physical person until too much starts to destroy you. So it ain't that deep for the Most High. Like, is his arm slack? That when you ask, he can't give it?
No.
Yahweh, I want to be healed. Got you. Got you. It ain't that hard. Yahweh, I need this. I need that. I want wisdom. Hey, keep reading.
So I give it liberally.
Give it liberally. You want to be healed? Keep fighting. Keep fasting. Keep praying. Change your diet. Make changes. Right? And stick to it. Be disciplined. Because that's all it is. Healing is about being disciplined. Right? And there's many healings on many different levels that our people are trying to attain to, but they lack a discipline that's needed to keep healing going. So these things are there. Right? But the most, and they're there. They're already there. They already, what they say in church, I'll hit y'all with that church. I'm going to speak a blessing over you. Right? Most High told me that. It's a blessing waiting for you in this kerchief. Right in this napkin that I wipe my nose in. It's a blessing waiting for you. You might as well.
You gonna auction that off?
I'm going to auction this off, bruh. Right? This that booger blessing. Right? It's that holy mucus. Yeah, Corey don't want it.
Nah.
Corey said nah. Corey said nah, then I'm not gonna do it.
Beat the pop off holy spring water.
Holy spring water is crazy. Right? So read verse 20 one more time.
Verse 20 from the top.
Uh-huh.
Now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly
Right?
above all that we ask
Right.
or think,
Come on.
according to the power that worketh in us.
Right. You see that? So he can do more abundantly than we can think and ask for. Right? And we know, when you read the verses that I cut out, all he's talking about is we bow our knees to the Father of Yahweh Shai, and then through Yahweh Shai, these things are granted, the things that we ask for, right? I cut it out because it just kind of went a little way out the context, and it comes back in and it's a lot of verses. I just want to get to the point, right? So let's go to one that we all know. Go to James. So the Most High knows what you need.
Come.
He tells you to ask. So what do? You ask. James chapter 4 and verse 1, right?
Come.
Read.
James chapter 4 verse 1.
Uh-huh.
From whence come wars and fightings among you?
Go ahead.
Come they not hence, even of your lust?
Right. So the fightings and the wars amongst us, right? Whether it be on a person-to-person scale, you got macro and microcosm, or whether it be on an internal scale of I'm internally fighting with myself because I'm asking for things, I'm seeking things, and they're not, in my mind, coming through. I'm not getting the things that I asked for. So there's two wars here that can happen. You fight with you, or you can fight with others based off of what they have. Just depends on how you look at it and the situation. Go ahead.
That war in your members.
That war in your members, because you have your own members, and then we have the members of the body. We're all members of the body. Go ahead.
Ye lust.
You do what?
Ye lust.
So what we have to ask ourselves is this. The thing that you ask for, is it lust? Because I'm not going to say that the blessings that anybody want, I'm not just going to categorize it as a lust. I'm going to let you do that. Is it lust? And you'll know whether or not it's a lust, and I mean like a lasciviousness, right? A deep lust. Because what do you want the thing for? Whatever it may be. And we're going to get to a certain few examples that I know that brothers and sisters want. And for some reason, the Most High is like, I'm letting that, meaning I'm holding that back. Lust, come on.
And have not.
Come on.
Ye kill.
And I hope nobody ain't killing nobody up in here. Right? But a lot of the times you'll kill yourself. Right? You'll kill yourself to try to get something. Go ahead.
And desire to have.
Right, you'll kill yourself in your desire. The famous saying, get rich or die trying. Right? Get rich or die trying. I gotta get it how I live. So you'll go to the extent within yourself to attain something. And we know in the world, people are literally killing to have. They're killing because of their lusts. Go ahead.
I cannot obtain.
But for some reason, and this is what we got to ask ourselves, why have I not obtained the thing that I'm asking for? I'm doing the process, setting up prayers, mighty prayers in the spirit. They're all in Hebrew, 100% Hebrew prayers. You got all books of Psalms in Hebrew. Yeah. What's the name of that brother? What's the name of that brother in the chat? What's the name of that brother in the chat?
The play.
The
Paleo Hebrew Playhouse?
Yeah, you the Paleo Hebrew Playhouse king. Your Paleo Hebrew is spot on. Every prayer. You ain't looking at no papers. Not like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't looking at no paperwork. You just memorize. Psalms 121. Psalms 23. Psalms 133. Prayer of Manasseh. You got them all down. Damn. All the Hebrew. All the Paleo Hebrew. Right? Mighty. Your direction to the east is spot on.
Right.
It's not off by a degree.
True north, east.
Yeah, it's like no, it's not north northwest. It's east.
True east.
0 degrees east. Right? Your whole setup. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 burners for incense.
You got one for frankincense, one for
One
myrrh.
for myrrh. Yeah, you got one cold lit for Frankie, one for the myrrh. House the smell, the aroma popping. You got the whole setup, right? Everything, it looked like a temple in your house, right? But you got all those formalities down. Why haven't you obtained? Why haven't you gotten the thing I mean, y'all ever think about that?
No.
Y'all been thinking about this class for a long time. I've been thinking about this class for a long time because I got to look at me. I look at the things that I know I want, and not necessarily for myself, but for the school, for the camp. I look at those things and I'm like, why is the Most High not doing it? Why ain't he making the move? Why ain't he pulling the trigger? I'm showing up to class, I'm counseling, I'm studying, I'm doing my job.
Fine.
But then I got to come back and say, well, am I? I'm a realist. I keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it because it's me. So I got to look and say, am I? And everyone else, it will behoove you to do the same thing. Well, I want something. I'm showing up to class. Right? I'm studying somewhat. I'm reading my Bible in memes. Right? I'm reading other people's Facebook biblical posts. Damn. That's not studying, y'all. Reading people's Facebook biblical posts ain't studying. I just want to clear that up. Just in case anybody thought that was, you know what I'm saying? But why am I not getting? Why have I not obtained? Well, we'd have to reevaluate what you want and who you are according to what you want. And I'm going to explain that. I know that sounded a little bit difficult. What is this brother talking about? Right? Well, let's go here real quick. You're going to write down, you don't obtain because you don't prepare. And you're like, well, Quadazat, how can I prepare for something that I have? Right? And that's where we all are wrong. Oh, how am I supposed to prepare for the rib I ain't got? Oh, snap. You missed the assignment then. I'm gonna show you how. How am I supposed to prepare for the vehicle I ain't got? How am I supposed to prepare for this? How am I supposed to prepare for the thing that I don't have? Okay, well then guess what? Why do you want it? Why do you want something that you know nothing about? And then now you have your answer. Class over. Class over. What?
Or why do you want something like you said prepared to have, but you don't know what it's about. Like your whole reason for wanting it is a vain, fictitious reason. Like we use an example of the rib, right? And I had this thought many years ago, way before the truth. And I said to myself, I was like, self, how can I have a girlfriend if I can barely handle me?
Okay, hold on real quick. Just okay, look. I'm about to go there.
Oh.
I'm about to go there.
I was trying to see, but
let me ease into this. You have it on your phone.
No, it says about corrupted.
Okay. Let me ease into this real quick. I just want to, I ain't yelling or screaming. I'm trying to be nice. Shaddai came in here hot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Brother came in too turned. Slow him down a little bit. I want to talk about this. So you don't obtain because you don't prepare on the small level. Because like I just asked, well, how can I prepare for something I don't have? That's a problem. You do have it. You do have it. All you're asking for really is the newer version or the upgrade of what you already have, or an extension to what you have. And I'm going to explain. Go to 1 Corinthians 4:2.
Come on.
Somebody look up the word steward. steward. I don't have a definition. Somebody look it up. Somebody read 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 2.
Come on. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, it is required a steward that a man be found faithful.
Yeah, so a steward is what?
The definition of
It ain't
steward,
gotta be nothing deep. What is it?
one employed in a large household
Okay,
or estate to manage domestic concerns.
right. Now check it out. It says one employed in a large household. So that would have had to meant what? Does somebody employ a man to a large household that has zero experience? No. Like when you go sign up for your job and you give them the resume and you got cashier at Walmart, cashier at Target, door holder at baggage handler at this place, right? If your resume is that, no one's signing up to make you an astrophysicist. Based off what? Your resume, right? It don't match up to what you can't go apply for that job and think, well, I gotta be in the spirit. The Most High. That's crazy. Nobody in their right mind does that. You got bank teller as all your experience, but you know what? I'm about to go be damn CEO of Walmart. No, the experience doesn't match up. You'd have to work up to that experience. And that's the point that I'm trying to show y'all is that for everything that you ask for, you have the experience. You have the experience for every blessing that you're asking for. The problem is your experiences is what's showing you that you don't deserve a damn thing. Read it again.
Moreover,
Don't get silent on me now. Go ahead. Everybody was like, yeah, read.
moreover, it is required a steward that a man be found faithful.
So it's required in a household manager that he be found faithful. Found faithful in what? Wouldn't it be in the thing that he's managing? In the household that he'd have to be faithful to that job? Let's go to Luke 1. Let's go to Luke 16.
Luke chapter 16, verse 10,
Let's get a little parable. Go ahead, 16 and 1
16 and 1.
to verse 3. Read.
And he said also unto his disciples,
Come on.
there was a certain rich man which had a steward,
There was a certain rich man who had a manager of his household. Go ahead.
and the same was accused unto him
Uh-huh.
that he had wasted his goods.
Now, this ain't a faithful steward. He's wasting his goods. Instead of managing his goods, he's wasting. Go ahead.
And he called him and said unto him,
Right?
how is it that I hear this of thee?
Right?
Give an account of thy stewardship.
Right. Give an account of what you've been managing, yo. Come with the goods. Come with the evidence. Come with the, produce. Now, think about it. Wouldn't he have had to have came with some level of stewardship before he got that job?
Right.
Then what happened while he was now managing this man's goods? What happened? Let's use our brains. What happened? What does everybody do on their job? Come on, man. We all do it at our jobs. What?
Get complacent, get comfortable.
Got comfortable. He got complacent.
Yeah.
He went on autopilot. He actually stopped looking at the job as a blessing or as any type of tool to propel him to the next level.
Yeah.
Watch, read.
Huh?
Read on.
For thou mayest be no longer steward.
Yeah, you about to get fired. Go ahead.
Then the steward said within himself,
Listen to what he says. This is what he starts to think. Come on.
what shall I do?
Mm-hmm.
For my Lord taketh away from me the stewardship.
Yeah, well, what am I going to do? I got lazy. I didn't handle business. I didn't continue to grow in my stewardship. I'm about to be stripped. Go ahead.
I cannot dig.
Shit. Cause bruh, I ain't getting out in that field. I ain't getting out in that field. Hell nah. I ain't getting out in that field. I can't do it, son.
Like, look at my hands. Look how soft my hands
Look how soft. Look how buttery soft aloes and myrrhs on these hands. Handses. He had handses.
That's funny.
Go ahead.
To beg, I am ashamed.
And I definitely ain't gonna be on them corners begging. So what am I gonna do? So obviously we're not gonna go into what he did, but there's things that he did to now hold himself accountable for the stewardship. But what he had to do was he had to cut people's debts in half just to come up with some quick account of him managing this home, this master's affairs and money, right? You have to cut some debt. Go to Proverbs. This is a scripture that Lockerop threw in there. Go to Proverbs 24 and 27.
You can even say he tapped into his skills.
He didn't even tap into his skills. He just started cutting debt just so he could keep his job. But the point is, he wasn't given the job based on what you're going to do in the future. He was given that job based on what he was able to do in the moment. And instead of saying, you know what, let me be a good steward, and let me push myself and build and grow in this job so that when I ask for the next thing, the Most High will give it, he fell back. We gonna get to y'all gonna understand where I'm going here. Go to Proverbs 24 and 27.
Con. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 27.
Go ahead.
Prepare thy word without.
Right, so prepare thy work without. I like this one. Go ahead.
And make it fit.
And do what?
And make it fit.
Right, so it's like if you build a house, you don't take the stones and like chisel them on the spot. You chisel them out. And you get your brick and you chisel out your brick. Go ahead.
For thyself in the field.
Right, and you make sure that everything is fitting and nice in the field. Go ahead.
And afterwards, build thine house.
Then you're gonna bring those things in, and then you're gonna be able to lay them out and build your house. So you're giving, you're taking the time to make sure that whatever pieces you're putting into that house, they fit. You're being a good manager of the house building, right? Now, if you can't fit those pieces or make those pieces fit or even do the work before it's time to build, are you gonna have the blessing of the house?
No.
Now you're just gonna have raw material just sitting around, right? So what am I saying in a roundabout way, or what have I been saying in a roundabout way, but being more direct now? So let's do it like this. You don't have to really write these down, but I'm gonna throw them out there. So some brother, what?
Well, I was gonna kind of. So, are you basically saying like we have the resources around us, but we don't know how to actually use it? Is that
Kind of. Let me get through this list real quick, and then it might illuminate you more. So, for instance, for some people, a blessing is more money. I need more money. I need the Most High to bless me with more money. But you can't manage the little bit of money you have now. So if you get more money, but you can't manage the little bit of money, how can you manage the more money?
right?
Do you deserve the more money?
No.
Right. So that's one. That's one down. I need a new car. But you don't manage the one you have now. You don't wash it. You don't vacuum it.
You don't change the oil.
You don't change the oil. You don't even maintenance it to make it move. You just get in, start it, press the pedal, and go. Most High, give me a new one. That's crazy. Well, the Lord will bless it. But will he really bless it?
No.
Isn't the blessing already there? All you got to do is just maintain it.
Yeah.
Right. Some bros want that wife, that righteous woman to fall out the skies. But think about it. To get a wife means that at some point you may have kids, right? And And those are blessings. It says a wife is a gift from the Lord.
Mhm.
So children are a blessing. It says that. But that means that I'd have to be able to perform a high level of maintenance on my wife and on my children. But what happens if you can't maintain yourself spiritually? How can you maintain this woman all of a sudden and these kids all of a sudden? On top of you bad with your money, so now you got extra finances to dole out, but you suck at managing $500. Y'all see where I'm going, right? You know, I want to be promoted, whether at my job or whether in the truth, the camp. Well, think about it. You want to be promoted to what? And for what? For title? For title's sake? Right? Because there's no glory in the title. Like, I can't go to Starbucks and be like, yeah, you know, 3 shield. Get that free Starbucks. No, nigga, where's your points at? Or your bank card.
Get a free shot of espresso.
It's not happening.
Right.
There's no glory in the title to run around and be like, I got rank. Right? I don't get nothing for it. That's the thing. It's just, it shows that you can do more work. But what's the point of getting rank if I can't fulfill the duty I'm in now? If I can't even be a proper soldier, soldiers are supposed to communicate. Soldiers and employees are the same. Like a regular, I'm just an employee, I'm just a worker. They're supposed to be the high level communicators because they're boots on the ground in the thick of things. So they're supposed to be sending feedback. That's why your boss, they'll send those little feeler emails. You know, how's everybody's morale and how you feeling about this and how you feeling about that, and you know, just respond in a nice little email by Friday, because you're the pulse of the company, truthfully, right? And you know what's going on in the cubicles of the job. You rubbing elbows with everybody. You at the water cooler. You in the break room. You in the bathroom hearing the conversations, right? And they know that. Just like a soldier, he's everywhere, right? He's moving around, he's rubbing elbows here, he's doing it. But I don't communicate as a soldier. I don't communicate as an employee. How can you be a manager when a manager's top job is to communicate? It ain't to do the soldier's job or the employee's job, right? You want to be a top manager, but you don't even want to be there at the job. And you think because if I get promoted, it's going to make it feel better? No, the job gets harder. It gets more intense. You actually have to be a lot more accountable for things. Now, I got a few more. Right? New car, warm wife, everything you want. Right? You want to, you know, some of us want to quit our jobs and start businesses. Quit my job and start a business. You know what I'm saying? Get away from the white man, Esau's chains. Be successful. Okay, cool. But how when your time management is not good? It's trash. Your time management ain't there. So when you quit your job and then now you got to do it yourself, but there's no reins to hold you to a time because you can do things whenever you want. See, everything that you want, you're already doing. Every blessing that you ask for, you're already being held accountable for something on a small level that pertains to that bigger blessing. And the way you go about that small thing shows that you ain't ready for the big thing. Let me prove it. Luke 16:10.
Luke chapter 16, verse 10.
Go ahead.
He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much.
We can't get away from that at all. There's no way to skip around. You know what? I don't gotta show myself faithful in the small matters. I'm gonna just go get these big things because you know I'm like that. There's no way around it. That steward that got lazy, he had to have showed himself faithful in least things and then was promoted up to that job. And then when he got it, he said, yeah, little cushy little job. You know, my master, he be dipping off. You know what I'm saying? He be leaving the crib to me. I be riding the carriages around like it's mine.
Wow.
Like when you used to house sit for family, you driving their car. They need the keys for emergencies and you whipping through the city. Okay, I'm telling on myself.
Invite people over.
Yeah, you invite people over talking about this party at the crib's
You
near.
want something to drink?
Hell yeah, they're like, yo, this your house? You like, yeah, son. Came up. You fronting, right? You fronting about things. You want to live that life. You want to have those blessings, and there's nothing wrong with it. But go back to James real quick. 4. You're gonna read James 4, and you're gonna read verse 2.
James chapter 4 verse 2. Ye lust, I have not.
See, you lust and you have not. Go ahead.
Ye kill, and desire to have.
And you're killing and desiring to have more than your means, but you already got something. Work with the small thing first. So if I want a rib, I better be making sure that I should make sure that before I get that woman, that my counsel, my attention to detail, my willingness to take the oversight is on 10. Because you're not gonna have a moment in the moment to develop yourself to that. By that time, you know how many problems you're gonna have? Oh, you know what? Damn, you know that Peter said taking the oversight, but I'm 5 years into my relationship. Damn. So now what you're doing is cleaning up 5 years worth of mess and mistakes that could have been avoided. Oh, damn. So when that check engine light came on the car and it said maintenance required, that meant I should have took it in and got something looked at, not just kept driving it until like the whole brakes and everything fell out. Or when it makes that noise on the brakes when I'm driving, that's the warning signal that because I don't know if y'all know that, when your brakes squeak, there's a metal that's there, and it's like a gauge, and when it hits, when that hits the rotor, that is a warning that the brake pads need to be replaced. And you can rock maybe for like another 200-300 miles, maybe more. But if you pushing it to the next 10,000 miles, like, oh, it'll go away. And then it does go away.
Yeah.
Damn.
You traded
It does go away. But you never changed it, you tripping. You done ripped a hole through your rotor. You done wore the metal that's not even part of the brake down to its damn pad.
Yeah, you go from a squeak to a grind.
Yeah. You
Every
down,
time you stop it.
grinding. Well, I know, that noise, but it went away after 3-4 months. That check engine light, it went away. I just disconnected the cables. Yeah. That's, no, bruh. Because you can't disconnect the cables on a rib and kids and reset them like that. That's the point. Yeah, I need that new crib. But your apartment that you live in or your little room or whatever space you got, what's that looking like? Is it clean? Is it upkept? Is it tidy? Because truthfully, the smaller the space, the easier it should be to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
This says, we get, there's mansions with the Most High, but you're not going to have one. In my Father's house, there's many mansions. Yo, none of those are going to be your address. Not if you can't keep a room clean. Not if you can't keep a room clean. That's crazy.
You gonna trash the mansion
That's the point.
and then say you're just gonna have Edomites clean it?
You just gonna have right. Well, I'm gonna have maids. How? How you gonna have maids in somewhere that you might not make it to? Because that's when it goes. That's when it gets really big. The kingdom. The blessing, the ultimate blessing is the kingdom. But you trash here. The ultimate blessing is I want to be inside that kingdom. But what are you doing here? And there's many things we have to do here to be able to attain the kingdom. They say the kingdom cometh not with observation. That means you can't sit on your ass. Right? That means you can't just sit down and say the saints of the Most High will take the kingdom. That means you can't just sit there and it's gonna pop into your lap. You gotta go out there and reach out and grab on something. You gotta take that. Right? There's things that you have to do to show that I gotta take that blessing. Oh well, but that couch is comfortable. Couch lights, the computer keyboard lights. Yeah, keyboard warriors, right? Or I'm just too busy a light. There's a lot of lights.
There's a lot of lights.
When keyboard busyite. No, I'm too busy-ite. You're from the tribe of I'm too busy. You descend from the man too busy. Mm-hmm. Right? Read again.
Ye lust and have not.
Right?
Ye kill and desire to have.
Right?
I cannot obtain.
Why can't we obtain? Read that Luke 16 and 10.
Luke chapter 16, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
He that is faithful in that
Right.
which is least
Right?
is faithful also in much.
He's faithful in much. Come on.
And he that is unjust in the least
Uh-oh.
is unjust
Uh-oh.
also in much.
So you unjust with a little bit of money, you're going to be unjust when you get a lot of money. If you're unjust with yourself, you're going to be unjust with other people. You unjust with this or that, you're going to be unjust with the bigger this or that. And now we understand why we don't get the things we want. You're unjust with your time management. Guess what? Most High is not going to open up doors for you to just have an abundance of time. It don't work like that. And if you are whack in these certain areas that I've talked about, because there's other areas too, and the Most High give it to you, you better be very aware. You better be very aware that how did I get this, knowing that I'm not a good time manager. How did I get all this time? What did you tap into? That's another story. Go to 2 Kings 5. 2 Kings 5 and verse 18. Let's go there real quick.
Come on.
Get with my mans. Get with my mans enough. Go ahead. What time is it? 8:05. Got plenty of time. Cooking. 2 Kings 5. Like I made some collard greens today. I had to go into the garden and cut down these collard greens because they was getting crazy. And man, I just put that thing on low heat, let them simmer for like 3 hours. Whew. The flavors. Man, nice old crock pot full of, I wanted to cook them quick. Like, man, let me just, tired, I got things to do, class. I said, I'll be all right. Put that thing on low. I ain't gonna lie, I left the house, went and got the kids, all that. Came back, looked, I was like, yeah, they done. Slow cook. We cooking today. That pot liquor is crazy right now. Nice little amount of salt, little herb, little pepper. Read 2 Kings 5 and 8.
5 and verse 8.
Yeah, 2 Kings chapter 5 and verse 8.
2 Kings chapter 5 verse 8.
Right?
And it was so, when Elisha, the man of God, had heard that the king of Israel had rent his clothes.
Right, so what's going on here in the backstory? Well, when you read up, Naaman, the Syrian, right? I believe he's the Syrian. Right, he's the king's officer. Yeah, got hit with leprosy. So the king sends a letter with a bunch of gold, the king of Syria, letter with a bunch of gold to the king of Israel. Like, look, heal this man. So the king of Israel is like, wait a minute, heal him? What type of powers you think I got? It's a setup. This man is doing this so that when I don't heal him, he got a reason to go to war. So Elisha hears it, and that's where we at. Go ahead.
That he sent to the king, saying, wherefore hast thou rent thy clothes?
Yeah, why you tripping, big homie? We got this. Go ahead.
Let him come now to me,
Go ahead.
and he shall know that there is a prophet in Israel.
He's going to know that there's a prophet in Israel. Read on. You're going to read to verse 14. Read.
So Naaman
Amen.
came with his horses and with his chariot,
Go ahead.
and stood at the door of the house of Elisha.
Now remember, this man got full-blown leprosy. He out there, right? Skin, everything, just looking crazy. Go ahead.
And Elisha sent a messenger unto him, saying, Go and wash in Jordan 7 times.
Right now, if you know anything about the Jordan, right now, and even around that time, it wasn't the best of rivers. It was highly trafficked. It was used for a lot of commerce, so it wasn't like the most clean, right? But it was a major river and water source to our people. It's actually one of the rivers that divided the East Manasseh, the Gileadites, right, which would be East Manasseh, Reuben, Gad, divided them from the rest of the tribes. Go ahead.
All thy flesh shall come again to thee.
Right, so just go take a swim. Something simple, right? A swim. So let's see what he says.
And thou shalt be clean.
You're gonna be clean. Just go, bro, go get you a dip. Clothes on. No skinny dipping. Clothes on. We ain't doing that. Ain't no skinny dipping in the Jordan. That's crazy work. Right? Get and keep them trunks on, homie. That garment gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Because them Syrians, them niggas was they was nasty. They was crazy out there. So you know what he wanted to do. Go ahead.
But Naaman was wroth, and went away, and said, Behold, I thought he will surely come out to me, and stand, and call on the name of the Lord, his God, and strike his hand.
Yeah, cats want the damn, before you do the small thing, you want the Yahweh, and you want brothers to float out, do all these theatrics, right? We want all the theatrical production, the Broadway play, that clapping of the hands, thunderbolts and lightning and voices from heaven. When just go swim. Just dip your feet in. Put your big toe in. Test the temperature. Something so simple. Something you do every day, which is wash. Just go wash. Go ahead.
His God, and strike his hand over the place, and recover the leper.
Yeah, he's like, man, I thought this dude was going to come out to me just glowing, floating. Angels all around him. Go ahead.
Are not Abna, and for our part, rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel?
Yeah, then you going to send me to this nasty water. Damn camels and everybody be sliding through. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna send me through this Jordan? Nah, bruh. Go ahead.
May I not wash in them and be clean?
But think about it. The whole time, and we're gonna read it, that was his blessing. And all he had to do was what he normally did. Go take a bath. It was already there set up for him, but guess what? He denied it based on what? Not wanting to do the small, not wanting to be faithful in the small thing. Something so simple, right? We don't obtain blessings because we don't want to do the simple things. Hence the title, Can You Receive a Blessing? Go ahead.
So he turned and went away in a rage.
Yeah, and then what happens? You get like this dude, rageful. Most High ain't listening to me. Abba, why? Y'all be on that Hebrew, trying to tell y'all. Y'all be on that Hebrew real strong. Abba, Father. Shabba, you start going in.
Right. Speaking in tongues.
Yeah, bruh, come on.
Why
That
have
lady,
you forsaken me?
that woman typed out the tongues in that class the other day. That was crazy. I will not forget that. I should have screenshotted it so I could send it to people. Speaking in tongues.
Oh, Shabbat class, huh?
Yeah.
I seen that.
Wow, man. I had to go back and screenshot that. But that's the point. You start to watch this. Go back to James. Read where you at where it said he did what and what. Somebody give me James. Go back to James chapter 4.
Verse 3. You're asking. Have you seen that?
It's not that too.
No. Read verse 2.
James
You
chapter
know-
4, verse 2.
Hold James, read where you at, where it said he went away in a rage.
2 Kings chapter 5 verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Last precept. So he turned and went away in a rage.
Read verse 2 after it says obtain.
Ye fight.
You
and-
what? You what?
Ye fight.
You what?
Ye fight
Yeah, you fight. Come on.
and war.
Read.
Yet ye have not.
And that's the point. You'll fight in war because your rage and anger starts to get a hold of you. Why didn't the Most High give me what I wanted? Because you weren't faithful in the small thing. Because you were unjust in the small matter. So you don't deserve the thing that your eye is set on. You don't deserve it right now. Not that you don't never deserve it. You just don't deserve it right now. You're going to be neglectful. You're going to be a terrible husband. Based off how you deal with yourself. Yeah, I said it. I said it. You'll be a terrible husband, a terrible father, based on the fact that you don't husband yourself and you don't father yourself. You'll be terrible to that vehicle, based on the way you deal with the vehicle you got now. You'll be terrible with your time, based on how you deal with time now. You'll be worse off. It'll be more damaging for you. So the Most High knows. He's like, nah. It's like this. It's like this. Do you hand the keys to the car to a 3-year-old because he wants to drive? He don't want to walk no more. He want to drive. You just like, oh, you know what, son? You're right. Do you hand him the keys? Nah. Do you feed a 1-year-old with a fork or with a baby spoon? They want more food. You know how babies are when they're young. They're like, you can't feed them fast enough. And you're like, they slow down. They just suck you. And then you're like, man, maybe I should just get him a bigger spoon. But then you're like, if I get him a bigger spoon, he's just going to choke because his mouth ain't big enough to. You see my point? It's about stages. Don't choke on the small spoon of food, son. But I want it. Well, okay, cool. You learn how to use a spoon or a small spoon. Do you just upgrade to a fork, knife and fork? No, let's practice not stabbing ourselves in the face. Because, babies, when they're like, they'll like the food be like from like ear to ear. So imagine if the baby had a fork. He looked like the Joker. He just had the whole Joker smile.
Yeah, they don't even with the spoon. They'll scoop it up, but then before it gets to their mouth, they fall and like.
And then all the food is like this, like when the Shadak be eating anything. It all rolls down his elbow.
That's why I got these deep cups so it can just go inside the
Fall in,
shirt.
and then he can do this and
I can
just
hide it,
wipe it.
It's
crazy.
See how my elbows look wet down here?
Hey, those that know. Those that know.
What's that look?
But she's like, Ivy's like, not the elbows. But that's the point. You don't give a 1-year-old a fork and say, go at it. You say, wait, no, we're gonna give you this plastic little small spoon that fits tightly in your mouth. It secures the food nicely, and you can handle it. Or else
got
what?
The fat handles.
Yeah, got the fat handle with the real skinny mouth, and so they could practice not missing their lips.
Mm-hmm.
But if you give him a fork, he starts stabbing himself in the eye. Food, baby food in his eye, blood, and a fork. But that's the point. But the baby is raging. Ah! I want the fork. Then you just give him the fork. Now you gotta let his ass rage. You gotta let him rage, and then you gotta talk to him and say, nah, you can't have the fork, son, or else you won't have eyes. You can't have the woman, son, or else you're gonna lose your spirit. You can't have that thing that you think is a blessing right now, because you're gonna lose your soul behind it. Oh, watch. I'll prove it. You're like, all right, prove that. Nah,
Prove all things.
I don't see that, brother. Read on and we'll get to it. Read on.
Con.
Yep, Elijah.
2 Kings chapter 5 verse 13.
Uh-huh.
And his servants came near I spake unto
So
him,
his servant got to check him. Damn. This is crazy. Go ahead.
and said, My father and the prophet have bid thee do some great thing. Wouldst thou not have done it?
And that's the point. You want to jump to the great things without doing the minimal things, the basics, the foundational things. He's asking if the prophet would have told you to fly over the moon, hopscotch through 3 lanes of traffic, backflip over a donkey while juggling 2 monkeys, nigga, you would have been on it.
At least practicing to do it.
You would have been on it. Like, oh, juggle monkeys? Well, I've been doing that.
Oh, God.
I've been juggling monkeys on my free time.
When you're
I've been backflipping over my camel. Right? I'm sorry. Because that's what Israel be on. Like, I'm not going to put no practice in, but I'm going to juggle that woman and kids. I'm going to juggle. I'm ready for that, Ak. I'm going to juggle I got this time thing down, Ak, sir. Right? I'm ready for the big chunk. Remember, we went through a whole Sabbath class, Psalms 131, which is becoming one of my favorite Psalms. It's very short, 3 verses. But verse 2, he said, I behave myself like a weaned child, right? That just been weaned on the milk. And then we couple that with Hebrews 5, 1 Peter 2, right? About the desiring the sincere milk, the foundational things that we need to grow thereby. Why? So that we can grow properly and be properly nurtured. But it's just like anything else. You don't hand a brand new driver the keys to the Porsche and be like, yo, just do it. Just do it, you got it. No, you start him out with the damn beater, the hoopty. Little, you know what I'm saying? Get the hoopty. So, you know, I didn't start out with no damn Lexus. My first car was a little Chevy S10. 1991 and 1998, moving through them lanes, and what did I prove? I didn't deserve a new car. Because I didn't know how to maintenance a car. I just thought it just put gas in. What's the worst that could happen? Blew the whole engine out. Come on, I remember I got into a car accident, head-on collision. I'm driving straight. This dude turned into me, and I didn't even know what to do. I left the scene of the accident. He left first, and it was good for him. Because if he would have stayed, he'd have been guilty. I got left holding that bag young. I was 17. You know what the hell was going on? The car not totaled, but that car was out of commission for a hot minute. For a hot minute, it was out of commission. Now I'm on the bus. Now I'm riding the bus to school. I ain't cool no more. Right? I had to learn that lesson because I didn't know anything. And then once I finally learned and worked with this vehicle, and then another vehicle, I was like, okay, now I know about cars. I know the basics. I know how to change my own oil, because that's what I learned how to do. I learned how to change my own oil as a teen. Own oil, own brakes. I wasn't dropping no transmissions. I was doing body work on my car, like switching out fenders and bumpers and grills and doing all that on my vehicle. I had to get it back moving. Switching out belts, idle pulleys, and alternators. I learned how to change the alternator, power steering pump. I learned how to do all that before 21. You see what I'm saying? So, and I had to learn, I learned most of it on my own. There wasn't no YouTube like that. I couldn't go on YouTube like, how do I change the steering pump on it? I had to read the directions on the box, barely. I had to find the part, unscrew it, and hope that the other one fit. Trial and error. Remember the first time I changed my brakes, didn't bleed the brakes. Pull out, my house is here, there's another house here, there's a stop sign. Man, car blew right through the stop sign. Air all in the brakes. My neighbor was outside, he was like, yo, you bleed them brakes? I'm like, nah, son, I don't even know about that. He showed me some things. He showed me how to use a C-clamp. He showed me a few things. My neighbor, Issachar, real cool dude, man. Older cat. I could tell he had, yeah, it was definitely a Budos. I could tell he had a son that was probably older, that probably left the house or something, because, you know, he was really into like the car thing, and he would just come out and be like, man, what you got going on? And I see you out here doing this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm out here struggling my ass off. He's like, man, where's your pops? I'm like, I work. Right? And so he would sit there and help me. We rapped. He was a cool cat, cool neighbor. Taught me a lot about cars and just fixing and maintenance. But imagine if I'd had a brand new vehicle, and I'm thinking like, yeah, just drive it. Don't do nothing to it. I'm ripping up brand new vehicle and having to pay a monthly. Not to learn. And that's all I'm trying to articulate to y'all, is that stop looking at what you don't have and look at what you already have. You can't maintain, we need 4 acres. We need 4 acres of land and a big ass building that holds 300 people, but you can't maintain the one that holds 50 people.
So why maintain the 50 people?
Yeah, you could barely maintain the 50 people. Why you need a 300 person building? Right? Because we got hopes and dreams and things that we want to. But then I gotta be real. Like, wait. Yeah, 100 acres. For what? For what? You could barely even sweep your driveway. You can't even keep the weeds out the crack of the driveway. You know how the HOA be on your ass? Like,
yeah,
get the crack of the driveway. You like, I ain't doing that. So you gonna clean up weeds on 100 acres all of a sudden, but you can't clean weeds on a driveway? You can't mow your lawn? Like, let's be real. Let's be real. So that's why so no matter how much you want it, and you fight and you get angry and rage, the Most High is like, you ain't getting it. Go be mad in the corner. And that's why you be mad in the corner. And then you want to fight or leave. Then you want to fight the Most High, or just, you know what? I ain't messing with this God stuff, because he ain't messing with me. No, he's messing with you. He's trying to show you a lesson through what you already have. He's trying to either show you a lesson through you and what you're not doing for you on a spiritual level, or the things around you, or even the people around you. If you ain't a good brother, you're not going to be a good husband after a while, because she just going to be a whack-ass woman after a while. She's going to be wicked. After all the love and honeymoon and this, that, if you just whack at being a brother, you're going to be whack at being a husband, because the thrill will be gone. The honeymoon stage will be over. Y'all got to really see how these things carry over. Luke 16:10 is like the pivot. Faithful in least, faithful in much. Bad in least, bad in much. Unjust in least, unjust in much. We're seeing about this king, this ruler, right? He wanted the theatrics. Nigga, you trying to be healed or not? Go jump in the river. You want angels to descend. It's not happening. Go ahead.
How much rather then, when he said to thee, wash and be clean.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 14. Then went he down and dipped himself 7 times in Jordan, according to the saying of the man of God. And his flesh came again, like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean.
And I bet you that light bulb went off. I bet you it was like, ding, damn, that's all it took. That's all it was. I guarantee you that light bulb went off. Go from there. And this is what I want you to think about. Go to Psalms 78, 70. This is what I want you to think about. What was Moses before he became the leader of the people? Before Moses could deliver us out of Egypt, what was Moses? What was he leading for 40 years? Come on, it ain't that hard. Same thing. Moses, David, what? He was a what?
A shepherd.
He was a shepherd. David, before he became king, he was a shepherd. Why is that significant? Because that's not the most glorious job. Are you a shepherd? Damn, that sucks. I'd rather be a blacksmith. Why? Because there's something that comes along with being a shepherd. There's a high level of accountability. You got to have a watchful eye. You ain't really sleeping at night. Why? Why? What?
Because you always watching, you always
trying to make sure everything is good. The sheep is already, trying to make sure nothing is trying to get them.
Right, even though they might be down in a resting posture, you can't be. Because while the sheep sleep, they're not on guard, they're never on guard. They can't see. That's the thing with sheep. They can't see further than like, they're very nearsighted. So a wolf can literally walk up to their face and touch their nose and they won't know what the hell's going on until, oh damn, it's a real dark sheep. What's going on here? It's a crazy growl. They can't see far off. So that shepherd has to sit there, even when he wants to, oh, wait, I hear some, you know what I'm saying? I hear a little grass moving. Some wolves out there. The shepherd has to always be on guard, watching for the sheep, looking when if a sheep gets lost, defending the sheep. Right? But that means that he has to have a high level, like a high level morale or moral qualities within himself to stay faithful as that steward. He's a steward of a sheep. That's all a shepherd is. He's the manager of a sheep. And if one rebellious ass sheep say, you know what? Oh, y'all niggas is going left, but I'm going right. Guess what the rest of the sheep trying to do? Well, he went right. Let's go see what's going on over here with him. Right? The sheep herder is like, go left. He's goading them, and then they're like, nah, we want to go right, son. Now I got to chase down the one leader, get him in line, wrangle him, and while still keeping the other cats in line. Right? Yeah, it's a job. It's a high level. It is looked down on as a small job, but that job prepares you for the high level. Watch this. Daniel son, wax on, wax off. Didn't that stop him from getting his ass kicked? Yeah, that stopped him from getting bludgeoned. Oh, and he's like, wait, because didn't he complain like, why you got me waxing your car?
You got me washing the car.
No, I got you learning how to defend yourself. Right? I got you learning how to block on a basic level, but I'm using the blocking skill for you to accomplish another goal. Because I wanted my car waxed. He did say that. But I did want my car waxed. I hadn't waxed in a while. And you came along. Mr. Miyagi was cold though. But Daniel's son learned how to wax on and wax off. So he learned how to wax a car and he learned how to not get his face punched in. And he was grateful. But at first he wasn't thankful about it. Why do I gotta learn how to do this? You'll see. And that's the point. He wanted the blessing of being a ninja. He wanted to be able to be Kumite. Right? What was it in is that
Bloodsport?
Kumite? No, that's right, that's Bloodsport. What was it in Karate Kid? He wanted to go, what did he want to do? Why did he want to go fight? Because he was getting his ass kicked in the streets? I forgot.
I think he was bullied.
Yeah, he was.
He's getting beat up.
Yeah.
He was getting beat down. He wanted to learn how to fight. I mean, even that was the blessing that he wanted. Okay, well, here, look, wax on, wax off. I don't want to do that. Well, you ain't gonna learn how to fight. Right? So you learn and you are a steward, faithful in small things before you can move on to big things. Watch, read Psalms. Psalm 78, verse 78 and 70 to verse 72.
Psalms chapter 78, verse 70.
Mm-hmm.
He chose David, also his servant,
Right?
and took him from the sheepfold.
Wait, where was he at?
The sheepfold.
Yeah, David was in the sheepfolds. Come on.
From following the ewes.
Yeah, he was following the ewes, the lambs. He was following them around, making sure that they were safe. What did David say? I had to rescue. Remember when he went to Saul? He said, "Look, I had to snatch a lamb out of a lion's mouth. I had to fight a bear to get a lamb back. That's how faithful I am."
A single lamb.
One single lamb, but Christ said it. What man having 100 lambs and one goes, and you got 99? You ain't gonna chase down that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know who wouldn't do it? You know who wouldn't do it?
The hireling.
The hireling wouldn't do that. The unfaithful steward that is not faithful in much or faithful in little, he wouldn't do it. That's why that's so cold. Because it's like, well, I got 99 problems. What's one? Well, it's because you're not faithful to nothing. But see, David learned these principles early. 12, 13, 14, 11, 16. He's learning accountability on the smallest level. So that way, when he's transitioning through life, it's not like some leap step. He's stair-stepping through life. He's not having to take some crazy leaps and bounds like, oh, I got to be looking out for the people. Damn, I didn't know that. I'm king, and I got to be accountable. I didn't know that. Well, he learned that from the sheepfolds. Go ahead.
Great with young, he brought him to feed Jacob his people.
See that? So he followed the ewe lambs great with young, following them around, feeding them. And then now he's able to feed the Most High's people. I mean, this is the Most High's people we're talking about. David was in charge of the greatest people on the earth. But the Most High entrusted him based on what he did with sheep. Moses was in charge of the greatest people on the earth. But the Most High entrusted Moses based on what he did with sheep. Y'all got to think about that. 40 years Moses was rocking with sheep. 40 years is up. Right? What do we read in Galatians 4? That the heir, though he be ruler of all, is no different than a servant until the time appointed of the Father.
Under tutors and governors.
Yeah, he's under tutors and governors. You on a learning curve. Like, you literally got to be under tutors and governors to get a blessing in this life. Or else you'll get it and it will dismantle you spiritually. You have to learn how to curate your blessing and maintain your blessings. The Most High just ain't throwing out blessings, bro. You get a blessing, you get a blessing, you get a blessing. He's not Oprahing you. He's not doing that. He's giving what we need, and he's giving it to the faithful. He's giving it to those that are faithful in the least. Read on.
And Israel his inheritance. So he fed them according to the integrity of his heart.
Where did the integrity of his heart begin? As king or as a child shepherd?
As a shepherd.
As a shepherd. Where does your husbandry begin? When you bed her down and pump her full of babies, and then all of a sudden, 5 years in, 5 kids. Oh, you know, I got to be a husband now. Damn. I got to be a husbandman. You 5 years in. When do I time manage? When I done wasted mad time? Damn, I'm looking back on my life and I'm just like, man, I'm not getting nowhere. You know what? I got to give me a calendar. You know what? I need me a daily planner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
It's like when you just wasted a whole year just sitting around doing nothing. You begged the Most High to give you something. He gave it to you. You squandered it. You like the damn prodigal son, squandering your inheritance. Right? Read on.
And guided them by the skillfulness of his hands.
Right. So the next little piece you could put, and I've been saying that what you ask for breaks you. And what you ask for breaks you, and the Most High knows it. Like, can a blessing break you? Yeah, a blessing can be turned to a curse.
Yeah.
A blessing could be turned to a curse, but the Most High knows that. Now, he said it. He said he'll give you a blessing and he add no sorrow to it. But some of us are sorrowed in blessings, or things that should be blessings. There's a sorrow because you lack the ability to use the thing that the Most High gave you, this blessing, whatever it may be, to benefit you, others, the truth. So now it's a sorrowful thing. Now all of a sudden she wicked. She wasn't wicked when you was on the damn chat line talking about, hey baby, hey. No, my bad. Shalom. Yahweh Shematan Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
Sister. And she was like, Shalom, King. Yahweh Shematan. She cut it out because that's what they do now. Yahweh Shematan.
Wow.
Then they cut it out. Yeah, they didn't say the whole thing. Shematan to the sisters. Shalom, King.
It's your voice.
Yeah, I know. That's why I got a dope sister's voice. Shalom, King. Yahweh Shematan. How's your day, King? What you right? And she wasn't wicked then when she was calling you king and saluting.
Malak and
Malak,
Adawan.
my lord. She telling you, my lord, all that made me lord, right? She wasn't wicked then, but all of a sudden, because you can't maintain her spiritually, she's wicked. No, nigga, you wicked. You wicked. Them kids they wasn't off then when you was praise Yah. 8 pounds, 9 ounces. Tazadakia.
You go do the
You
roots.
gave
You
him the
go outside and do the roots.
Yeah, you do. No, you go outside and you do the Lion King.
Oh, the
The
Lion
circle of life. Yeah, you like Mufasa. You holding up your baby to the heavens, right? And you Tazadakia.
They got that from Roots.
Oh, okay. My bad. We ain't all seen Roots. I don't think. Hey, bro, ain't no Issachar right in here seen Roots.
Oh, God.
What's that?
Right, well, you see Lion King.
I've seen Desperado.
Damn! He held up his gun.
He held
He
up
held up his guitarra.
his guitar.
His guitarra.
His guitar case was full of guns.
No, just the guitarra. Right? But that's the point. It's like you can't try to do the thing in the moment. It don't work like that. By that time, it's too late. You already caused too much damage. Right? 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse
My
13.
guitarra. Go ahead.
There have no temptation taken you, but such as common to man.
Right. So there's no temptation taking you that's common. There's nothing that you want, nothing that you desire that ain't uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It ain't uncommon. And you know what's crazy? Think about how the thing that can be a blessing can be a straight temptation. And you so naive and you don't even get it. It could be the one thing that drags you out the knowledge. Because now you got that woman that you oh so desired.
Yep.
Right? She got a BBL from God.
Lord.
Oh yeah. So I gave her the natural BBL. She looking good, everything great. Got her. Demon time though. And then now guess what? You chasing her from state to state, trying to keep it together. You not in class. I got a counsel out. My rib. Now you down in the dumps.
She ain't talking to me.
She ain't talking to me. And she pregnant. And she dipping with the kid. Like, yo, now you child support. Now you running around trying to fight for your kid. Like all these things that don't have to happen, especially when you got knowledge.
I know
and
about
wisdom.
myself for that.
Yeah. Oh, well, plenty of that. You see Kanye losing his damn mind behind them kids and Kim Kardashian losing his mind, giving all the dirty secrets behind that, right? Because that's what a man's gonna fight for. I get it. I say he's wrong. Look at the brother that just ran that cop over for killing his son. Well, he ran a cop over because the police shot his son.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, brothers are going to go to hell and back for their children and their wives, and they're going to fight for it, but you didn't even develop the mind to know what to fight for and how. That you ain't got to chase her up and down the block, fighting in the streets, trying to lock her in. Let the Most High fight that for you. But you would have known that if you maintained yourself first. But because you have to fight to lock her in, that means somebody have to fight to lock you in, so you're not really locked in.
Yeah, someone's still fighting.
Somebody's still keeping the fight to keep you locked in, and guess what? Her rebellion is the thing that's taking you out. And that's the point. You just produce what you are. Read on.
But God is faithful.
God is faithful. When you're unfaithful, because you want to run to every temptation or I need my blessing. God is faithful. Go ahead.
Who will not suffer
Right?
you to be tempted above that ye are able.
And that means he won't give you everything you want. Two things. He ain't going to give you what you want, and he's not going to let you go. He's not going to let the things that tempt us overtake Why? Because he gives us a way out, like the scriptures say. Go ahead.
But with the temptation, also make a way to escape.
But with the temptation, maketh the way to escape. There's always a choice. It's always a choice. Life and death. Choose ye this day. There's always a choice. For everything you make the choice, there's always a counterpoint part to that choice. That's the one thing. He don't leave you choiceless. So if you fall, you fell because you made a choice. You chose wrong. If you succeed, it's because you made a choice and you chose correctly. And you didn't choose to fall. That's how that works. Malachi 2:2. So I keep saying it, that the blessing can be a curse. That your blessing can be turned to a curse. Malachi 2:2.
Malachi chapter 2, verse 2.
Go ahead.
If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart,
Go ahead.
to give glory unto my name,
To do what?
to give glory unto my name,
To be caught up in my blessing.
to give glory unto my name,
Go ahead.
saith the Lord of hosts,
Uh-huh.
I will even send a curse upon
Go
you,
ahead.
and I will curse your blessing.
I'll do what?
Curse your blessing.
I mean, he said, I'll curse your blessings. I will curse your blessings because you're not looking at what's needful. You're not dealing with the small thing. And instead of developing yourself and being that faithful and good steward, you just ready to hop from one thing to the next. Gabar, yeah, Jan.
A precept?
Yeah, what you got?
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 20, verse 10.
Go ahead.
There is a gift that shall not profit thee,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a gift whose recompense is double.
Go ahead.
There is an abasement because of glory, and there is that.
There's a gift that will not benefit thee. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. Every gift ain't gonna benefit you. It depends on how. It depends on. Again, like the title, are you willing and able to receive a gift? Anyone could open their hand and get something, but do you know what to do with it? Are you qualified? We always have the little running joke, right? The scriptures say husband of a first wife. We be like husband of a first car, husband of a first home, husband of a room, husband of the first pair of shoes. You know, it's like it's like a kid, man. Like Noah, he wants all the Jordans. Dad, I want these Jordans. He be sending me photos and it. I'm like, nigga, you can't even keep the laces tied on the little whack Nikes you got on. Why am I gonna go get you some $150 Jordans when you got the laces dragging on the $80 shoes? You don't deserve it. He want that PS5. I'm like, for what? I go in the room, the PS. What does he got? The PS what? What does he got?
4.
The PS4 on the floor to sucking up dust. Controller on the floor. Keyboard on the floor. You know, Manashah and them don't care. They just be walking. You just hear keyboard stepped on. Controller out of whack. And I'm like, you want me to buy you $500 PS5? It's probably more now because of tariffs. And you can't even keep your controller off the floor? But see, that's how some of us be. You want that PS5, but you can't even keep the controller of the PS3 from being stepped on. And you got a whole computer desk. But you think that when you get that PS5, oh, I'm gonna prop it up real nice on the desk in the corner. I'm gonna glue it to the desk. It ain't gonna fall. I'm gonna wipe it down. I'm gonna shine it up. The games, damn games be all in the corner, tucked up under the bed, scratched. When I get them PS5 games, though, they gonna be crisp for a week. Crisp. They gonna be crisp until what? The new car smell wears off. It's like, you know, you get that new car. Ooh, it smells like a new car. Ain't nobody ever eaten in this car. Give it 3 months. Whataburger stains, ketchup, mayo, and mustard mixed. Fry with a fry in between the seat. You hot, man. What's that smell? That's that old In-N-Out burger you ate, Wingstop.
Why is it always smelling the car?
Yeah, like that. But that new car smell faded quick. Yep. Yep. Everything has a new car smell until it don't. And then what? That means that you ain't maintaining it. But also you have to realize that the new car smell ain't gonna last forever. Still doesn't mean you don't maintain it. Now you have the opportunity to put your own car smell in. I like cherry, vanilla, something real light, like a sweet pea. In the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can put your own smell in. When you like, nah, I ain't even gonna vacuum it. I'm gonna let it smell like ketchup. Ketchup, mayo, mustard with a little pickle dang is a crazy smell. It's a crazy smell in the car. That smell like food in the car after the food been ate smells like a foot. I'm sorry. You know that smell when somebody just ate some Whataburger?
Yeah, it's like a musty
it's
smell.
like, yo, you just ate some.
Or when they walk up to the car, I was like, it's like I put some oil on them. I'm like,
What's that?
I'm like,
Oh,
you
we
just finished eating?
Yeah, you just ate some Chinese. We just ate some golden wok.
Yeah, you don't know you smell
You
like
don't
that,
smell
but
like
you do
that.
every time.
You do every time.
You don't
know
smell it
smell
because it's
like
on
that.
you.
But it smells like BO.
Like,
Yeah, it's bad.
It's a weird
So
funk.
imagine that funk in the car. Ketchup, fries under the seat, onion ring. You know, I'm an onion ring guy now. Can't eat Whataburger without the onion rings. It's just
So
it's
just
crazy.
money rings, just GP.
I did it yesterday. Anyway, Malachi, right? So go to Deuteronomy 8 and verse 11. Damn, a lot of reading. 8 and 11.
Okay.
Go ahead, read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 11.
I'll let you read it too. Go ahead.
Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God.
Right? Don't let that new car smell wear off on the Most High and on the wisdom. Don't forget about the Most High because all of a sudden you don't have that same zeal. Go ahead.
In not keeping his commandments
Uh-huh.
and his judgments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Come on.
Least when thou hast eaten and art full,
Now that you got blessed, you're eating, you waxing fat and full. Go ahead.
and hast built goodly houses,
Got your mansion, read.
and dwelt therein.
And you know, you get the kickback, big screen, surround sound. I'm watching the fight tonight. Class? Nah, son, it's a Friday fight. They out there in Saudi Arabia. I gotta catch that. Friday fight. That happens once in a lifetime. The brothers will understand. The Most High will understand. It's a Friday fight. Gotta watch it. Read.
And when thy herds and thy flocks multiply,
Yep. Now blessings. Come on.
and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied,
Money in the bank. Damn. Got that extra stimulus check. Most High just dropped that. Extra money on the taxes. Woo! Increase at the job. Pay raise. See, all these things represent something that we all want. All these things represent something that we all want. It's just an ancient eyesight on it. Where you can translate all these things to now. Go ahead.
and all that thou hast is multiplied.
Right?
Then thine heart be lifted up,
See, and that's the point. Your heart get lifted up. Go ahead.
and thou forget the Lord thy
And
God,
you forget the Lord. Read.
which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt,
Come on.
from the house of bondage,
Uh-huh.
who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness,
Come on.
wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions, and drought, where there was no water,
Mm-hmm.
who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint,
Mm-hmm.
who fed thee in the wilderness with manna,
Mm-hmm.
which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee, to do thee good at thy latter end.
Come on.
And thou say in thine heart,
And this is the problem. That's why he don't give you what you want. Because this is what you're going to say when you get it. Go ahead.
my power and the might of mine
When
hand.
I woke myself up to get to work every day to get that raise, I came with that down payment. I'm the one that did the house shopping. I was the one, I had the game that got that rib. I gamed her up. Yeah, oh yeah.
You ain't got no game.
You say all those things and forget that it was the Most High. And this is the cold part. See, they go hand in hand. When you can forget the Most High and these things, then you forget how to take care of the things he gives you. That's why he don't give it. Read on.
Mine hand have gotten me this wealth.
Yeah, my hand had gotten me this wealth. Go to Hosea 13 and 5. And we could just end it here. Let's see here. Nah, we ain't gonna end it here. Go to Luke. Go to Luke 12 and 16. Might as well just do this one. This is a good one too. Many teachings on this idea. Luke 12 and 16. Read that.
Luke chapter 12 verse 16.
Right?
And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully.
Right. So the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. He was blessed. Right? This again showing you how does the blessing destroy you? Well, you get complacent, you get lazy, you forget that there's more work to do. You think that it's time to kick back and just chill. Right? You get now worrisome over the blessing. I gotta overly protect it. From what? And that's I'm so caught up in the blessing, I forget to do the thing that got me the blessing. Right. So caught up in the thing that I got, I forgot that I'm so caught up in her or him, I forgot I gotta go to work the next day. I still gotta please the Most High. I gotta make sure I do the work on the back end so that the Most High don't turn my blessing into a curse. Read.
And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruit.
I got so much, I ain't got nowhere to put it. Silos is full, they too small. I just got increased. Go ahead.
And he said, this will I do.
Right.
I'll pull down my barns and build greater.
Come on.
And there will I bestow all my fruit.
Come on.
And my goods. And I will say to my soul.
I'm gonna say within myself. I'm gonna say to myself. I already got it. Eureka. Go ahead.
So thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease.
Yeah, chill. See that? Take thine ease. Go ahead and lay back. Go ahead and lay back, soul. You ain't gotta work hard no more. You ain't gotta worry about storing up for a drought, a famine. Nah, you good. Let me. I got about 4 or 5 years worth of some brothers have fallen into this matrix. They get a little bump up on the little extra shaquall in the bank account, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna live off of this. And it's like, nah, brother, don't live off of that. Keep your income flowing, keep money coming in, and have that as a little reserve. And then what? 2 years later, a year later, 3 years later, whatever it is, you back empty. You back empty, having to go hustle and bustle all over again. Because you said, I'm gonna be at ease now. I got an increase. I got blessed. But how is it a blessing if you squandered it? How is it a blessing if you can't show nothing from it? You full, what about everybody else? That was this guy's problem. He was full, he was merry, I'm gonna be merry, eating, drink. He didn't think about no poor, he didn't think about nobody around him, his family. They don't say nothing about that. This nigga looked and said, I'm gonna rebuild and just have it for me. Because that's what blessings can do. They can make a person selfish.
Right.
That's why the Most High don't give you that money. Because you might get selfish. And it's not a might. He knows, I don't. So I'm saying might, but the Most High knows. Because you might be selfish. Are you selfish now? Because you about to be selfish as hell with a lot of money if you selfish as hell with a little bit of money. Read on.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Eat, drink, and be merry. That was it. That was all his life was about after that. Go ahead.
But God said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
Thou fool,
Now what?
thou fool,
Go ahead.
this night thy soul shall be required of thee.
Mm-hmm. Thy
Then-
soul shall be required of thee, man. Damn. Come on.
Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Mm-hmm.
So is he that layeth up treasure for himself
Go ahead.
and is not rich toward God.
And the Most High is trying to teach us that lesson to be rich towards Him and not try to just want treasures.
Wow.
It says that a man's life is not a thing when you read up in this same chapter.
Verse 15.
Read verse 15.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto them, Take heed
Right.
and beware of covetousness.
Go ahead.
For a man's life
Yep.
consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he
And
possesseth.
that's the point. That's not life. The kingdom of heaven is not meat and drink and raiment. Right? And so you got to ask yourself again, is this a lust thing that I just want to have an abundance of things? I just want to have in the abundance. I'm not blessed because I don't have the abundance. Right? Like I'm gonna share something with y'all. So every pack, like, you know, y'all know I used to be on my shoe game a lot. Right? And so I'm talking about I was on it. I was on it. The same shoe, 5 colors. Same shoe, 3 colors. I was on it like that. Like hundreds of shoes, right? And after a while, it started to taper down. And so even now, you know, now I'm down to like I ain't gonna front. Usually what I'll do is I'm like, you know what? I might try to grab one pair, just something black. But then I try to grab something that I like to move around in. And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna do a little something, right? But usually what I try to do is get a Passover pair. You know, something nice with the garment. It's usually a black shoe with the garment. And so I try to knock out 2 birds in 1 stone. But this year I didn't get, I didn't get no shoes for the Passover. And I didn't even think twice of it. I just cleaned some boots that I had on, some boots. I just cleaned them and just kept it moving, right? Now the younger me would have been all perturbed and just in my feelings.
Not having new shoes.
Not having the new kicks and this, that, and the third. When I say young, I'm talking about like teenage 20-year-old me would have been all up in arms. Like, wait a minute, I deserve a new pair of kicks. But I got damn closet full of shoes, right? That they're just they're disintegrating into dust. What happened?
It's going dark.
Oh, it's going dark. Is it?
Looks good to me.
No, the actual phone is going dark.
Huh?
The phone is going dark.
Is it plugged in?
Kind.
Is the power up?
It's at 4%.
4.
Kind.
Oh man. Did it do something?
No.
Like when I flicked it, didn't show that it was charging. Let's see.
Lie. Maybe it was at 3%.
Here. Try that. Let's be quick. Might be the box. Let me go and charging at all. Yeah. It's almost done. We don't. Is that it? Hosea 13 and verse 5. Did it do something?
Kind.
We showed it as charging?
Nah. Go ahead, we had 2%.
That's weird. Corey, you gotta plug it in. Go ahead. Go ahead, read.
Kind.
Book of Hosea, chapter 13 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
I did know thee in the wilderness,
Right,
in the land of great drought.
right,
According to their pasture, so were they filled.
right. If it cuts off, we apologize. Go ahead.
They were filled and their heart was exalted.
Go ahead.
Therefore have they forgotten me.
And that's the point. This is what the Most High don't want, for you to be filled and you forget him. This is how the blessing turns into a curse, because you forget the Most High. This is how you become destroyed. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore I will be unto them as a lion.
As a what?
As a lion.
That ain't fun. Come on.
As a leopard by the way.
Come on.
Will I observe them.
Mm-hmm.
I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps.
Go ahead.
And will rend the caul off their heart.
Damn, he said he's gonna rip the fat off your heart. Go ahead.
And there will
fat heart. You get fat and enlarged. You wax and fat. Go ahead.
And there will I devour them like a lion.
Come on.
The wild beast shall tear them.
Read.
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
Thou hast what?
Destroyed thyself.
You fight, you war, you lust, you rage. Israel does what?
Destroyed thyself.
But you have not. Go ahead.
But in me is thine help.
Selah. Any questions? Right on 4, right on top. Any questions online? What's your question?
I just want to make sure I understand that first part you were bringing out in the beginning about building that house. And I just wanted to make sure I understood if the house is like ourselves or.
You say building a house, what part was I talking about?
It was in the beginning. It was a certain scripture.
John, WTF.
It was talking about placing the blocks.
No, that's talking about building an actual house. That's talking about building an actual house.
Okay.
Telling you that you gotta prepare, like when you build, remember in our time, building a house was a lot different, right? But even in this time, it's still not that different. They're not cutting wood on the job site. They're doing the work outside of the job site and coming and fitting everything together on the job site. That's all it's saying. Do your work without, and then you bring the goods and then you put it all together at the place. That's all it's talking about. So all we were showing there is when you go back up to that that's Proverbs
24 and 27.
Right, preparing things on a small level, prepping things beforehand. You can't build a house until you cut the wood, right? But if you're sitting there cutting wood on the spot, you're not gonna build things properly, because then your measurements, you're rushing, right? So it's just doing things, the small details. Think about it. You put the wrong cuts in the wood and you build it, the house can fall over. So you prep all that stuff properly, make sure it's all fitted together, and then boom, now you have this structure. You get it? Okay. Thought we had some smoke. Said, what the F? The F what? WTF what? It might have been something I said. It's a Wednesday night. Ain't nobody trying to have no problems. That smell is haunting. That triple meat Whataburger smell is crazy.
Yeah, that food smell.
That triple meat Whataburger smell with cheese drippings.
That's crazy.
It's not dripping unless it's dripping off the elbows.
It ain't dripping unless it's dripping. All right, our Lord rest your soul. What the? Wait. I always have the kids.
Because I did not, she was like, off the elbows?
Yeah, like right off the tip of the sharp elbow. Like, why your elbow so cheesy? It's that elbow drip.
Yeah.
It's that elbow drip.
Let time continue to go on with this ongoing joke that the sauce is gonna soon be dripping off my kneecaps.
Bruh.
And then later the sauce is gonna be dripping off my ankles.
Bruh, I've witnessed this man have drippings go down to at least his wrist.
Lie. But I go with it. I just go with
I
it.
ate with you multiple times, bro.
Look, you gotta
I've seen food be down to your elbow, that one bone on your elbow, on your wrist bone.
Yep.
I've seen him clean the eye watch off.
You know when you go golfing
The
with the
wristband
boss,
I watch.
you gotta let the boss win.
Wow.
'cause,
Oh, damn.
you know,
Okay, we ain't got no more questions on that. Now it's a rank thing. That's crazy. Yeah, he said it and not me though.
my wrist don't smell good.
I bet. It's like fried chicken. It's like, how you get all that fried chicken grease down there? Right?
Wow.
Diabolical. It is. Anytime you eat with your not, just watch.
Watch.
Pinkies be dirty.
No.
It's like, how you get rice and you got a whole fork and you got rice on your pinky?
It's sticky rice.
Anyway. Anyway.
He says.
So yeah, remember around the first, we got Pentecost. Got to get that going. So keep that in mind. Anyone that Houston, get your arms in. You know, we got bills, lights and things and things and things. So get that in. But yeah, I mean, he ain't. Yeah, but now that's a good point. That's actually a fact. He will not be ashy. So maybe I need to take some pointers from him because my elbows is cooked. My elbows and fingers is cooked. Maybe I need some of that chicken grease, rice grease. It's like, how you got rice grease? The rice ain't got no sauce. He just got sauce. Watch, just anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm telling you, like soon it's gonna be off my kneecaps, and then
It's gonna run down the beard.
some what beard?
Even Aaron's beard.
Even
Down the
Aaron's
skirt. It's
down
gonna
to
be
the
down to the
skirts.
skirts of your garments.
See, just give it some time.
Like I said. But all right, man. If that's it, thank y'all for joining us. Make sure y'all thumbs up, share the video, send this to somebody, and we will see y'all back here on Saturday. With that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
Ooh, you got that doing that. Nasty.